Welcome to the Pale Reach. Interesting how this DLC starts. You just make your way to the new landmass here to the south, find the pontoon, and then the merchant, our old friend, just sends you off on your way to find the pieces for an icebreaker, which was apparently left behind by an expedition that didn't fare so well. I've already got the equipment for catching the new ice type. So let's go get some ice types. Set up some crab pots already. So let's go get some ice types so we can beat the dragon gym. I'm just kidding. There's no fighting in this game, but there is a lot of running. So yeah, I think we're going to need the icebreaker to break through these. Oh, new type of fish. Lizard fish. Goblin shark. The place isn't showing up on the map, though, so we're kind of going blind here. Toothfish. Sun's going down. There's something over there. Oh, what's this? Oh. Our old friends. Okay, so one of those. Let's keep it in mind. I haven't really been checking those vision stones. I don't think you get anything out of them. Stargazer. We're driving close to the shore. Well, close to the iceberg. We're on the lookout for anything that might be of interest. Oh, okay. You approach a hooded figure. They seem to be frozen to the spot. Pale robes frosted over with a heavy rime. Vision. The ice. You hear their jaws snap shut again from the cold. Ice takes form. The hooded figure withdraws a scroll. Sorry about that. Phone call. Okay, so we need Fractaline ice fish, which I think we found one already. Yeah, and we sold it. Okay, so we'll keep that in mind. Oh. Charm. These hardy fish thrive in deep lakes and cold oceans. While their appearance can vary, they commonly exhibit a brilliant red body. Bubbling char. Seared flesh forms the mantle of an incandescent core. Water boils into the air around it. There was only one aberration for this fish, and now we got it. Sweet. Lizard fish. We can't make it through there. Okay. We didn't get the one we wanted. That's fine. The stone trembles before you. Unknown symbols glow from within. A sudden chill rushes through the marrow of your bones, surging up your arm, your neck. A deep vision enters your mind. Darkness, the deep, then sparks of light as tooth and spine meet horn and tail. Two primeval forces clashing at the bottom of the world. After an age, a victor triumphs, sundering the other into impossibly large remnants that ascend to the surface, slowly, to be claimed by the sky. But the broken body holds power still. Threads of crimson essence reach out through the water, stretching to unite the creature once more. As the remains break the surface, ice begins to form. Now, what does that mean? something died in the deeps and then was frozen over on the surface. Thawed ice fish. Yeah. Okay, so we looked around. We couldn't find any icebreaker parts. That's weird. Maybe we need to travel here. Possibly. Constellations of light dance through its body, stitching fin to flesh and spine to bone. This isn't the one we want. Again, not the one we want. Okay. Great Seer. A bright eye spins inside an impacted socket. An answer from above. Okay, so that was the Stargazer aberration. That's done. Oh! It's our old friend the photographer. Fisherman, I didn't expect to see you this far south. Well, this is a fortunate turn of events. There's a narwhal somewhere in this ice field. I couldn't get any further in, so I've been trying to take a picture from here with no luck. I tried placing some scraps of fish on that ice sheet over there to entice it, but I didn't have enough to hold its attention for long enough. I only caught a glimpse. I don't suppose you have any fish you'd be prepared to donate to the pursuit of wildlife photography. Fill the space entirely with any fish you like. I can't imagine the narwhal is too picky. That's perfect. Now cut your engines. We need to wait in complete silence. Shh! I think I hear something under the ice. What on earth was that thing? I'm not sticking around to find out. Achievement feeding time. Feed the narwhal. The photographer is hurriedly packing camera equipment into boxes. He seems very on edge. You know, that was no regular narwhal. It seemed voracious and hyper-aggressive. Animals like that tend to be very unpredictable. These ice fields aren't safe with that thing around. You should consider turning back. I'll be out of here as soon as I've packed my things away. Okay. But this is where we need to go to find the icebreaker, I guess. No getting around it. Ah, it pings fish. Neat. What was that thumping sound? We got one. I wish I could put it in the net. Oh. I thought it was going to give me the one I'm still missing. Oh, wait, no. I've got them all. Thawed ice fish. Globs of flesh drip from this fish. Its departure from the icy waters causing an instant, irreversible reaction. Oh, okay. I never noticed. This is one of the parts for the icebreaker. Got it? So the major difficulty in this part of the game is going to be the fact that we don't have a map, basically. A cold wind whistles through the doorway of the only cabin still standing. Behind it, a frozen over dig site is littered with tools and debris. Let's check the frozen cabin first. You enter the small cabin. The door long since fallen from its hinges. A rotting table sits inside. A crudely drawn map of the area has been charted onto a scrap of paper. You attach it to your own map. A large book sits on the table. It's well worn from the passage of time, but you can still read the words Captain's Log etched into the cover. You open the book, its frozen spine cracking for the first time in decades. Which entry do you want to read? May 30th, 1847. If I'm not mistaken, this game is taking place in the 1940s. So this was 100 years ago. Arrived at the floating sea ice amidst the particularly thick fog, a few channels could be seen leading into the ice, though sizable chunks float in your way, posing a hazard. A drawing of the narwhal we saw. I have ordered us to moor against the outer ice wall, while the engineers make adjustments to better prepare the vessel. June 1st. The vessel was pursued by a particularly aggressive narwhal. Some men placed fish on the ice nearby in an effort to distract it. It appeared to work, though only for a time. It resurfaced and needed satiating repeatedly. If we can't find a more permanent solution to the beast, we'll have to make sure we keep enough fish on hand to placate it. As I lay, falling asleep, the most almighty voice spoke unto me. It resounded from the thick ice below, at once both powerful and ethereal. There was no mistaking this was a trick of the wind, nor a jest by the crew. It did not pause for response or acknowledgement, but whispered a cryptic prophecy. At first, I could not make sense of it. 3 listeners shall hear the heart, and that I shall indulge these listeners. It spoke of boundless wealth from the stars and of eyes opening onto the world. The rest of my sleep was feverish, as my mind was plagued with the sound of the voice. It spun in my head, echoing ever louder. In the morning, the boatswain and the navigator came to me separately, claiming to have heard a sound like a heartbeat, as the men were digging yesterday. We heard that sound, actually. They indicated a desire to explore the eastern and western reaches of the ice field. I shall indulge them. That's all of them. What's this ice shard? Light pierces through the ice, intensifying and concentrating into a glow in the center. A dark form takes shape against the light. Ooh, place it near to the ice. This is a bad idea. A distorted voice echoes from within. Don't disturb the ice. Who are you? Captain. The expedition charted the ice field, appeared suddenly through the ice. What happened here? It whispered, promised, stones from the stars. It knew Bree would hear the heart beneath the ice. The voice grows louder. It commanded 3 listeners, 3 sacrifices for 3 eyes. I obeyed, but a 4th now sees, forever, futile. Slumbering, still, through the leaf, it sees you before it whispers. Should I break the ice? Okay. Do not risk breaking. It senses through the ice, through the shadows. No hope. Okay, so we need something to break the ice. Okay, so we have 6 more entries to find. Under the ice. Found a camp on the island in the center of the ice field. Inside the cabin was an unusual column of ice. A voice spoke from within. It mentioned listeners, eyes, and valuable stones. It specifically mentioned 3, or was it 4? I should try to find them, whatever they really are. Tasks: find whatever the voice in the ice was talking about. A voice speaks from within the ice in the central camp. Okay. We actually have a map now. Okay. Cool. First things first. Let's head back and take this fish to the figure. Oh. Never get tired of watching that. The hooded figure places the fish on the ice at their feet. kicking loose snow over to cover it. The stars leave the sky. Another scroll, another twisted shape. Images of aberrated sea stars cover the paper. Okay, so now we need something from the crab pots. Let's take care of that. Lizard fish. Atrophy is on cooldown. We'll have to fish that one later. What was that? King crab, believed to be descendants of hermit crabs, their asymmetric bodies spiral to fill a long-lost shell. Sea stars, with a nice spot at the end of each arm. These stars of the deep crawl through the dim light, congregating together. No room for more. Crab pots are a great way to make money. Too bad we no longer need money. We're rolling in it. Okay, so no aberrations. Let's leave the pots to work, and we'll come back for them later. Now, let's try and head for this spot. Seems to be the closest one. Grizzly shark. Errant teeth push through failing skin. A single mouth is not enough. More like zombie shark. The regular goblin shark is already pretty freaky. Oh? Leaving fish here would probably attract that monstrous narwhal. Okay. But we're going to need more fish. Here. Oh! I did not notice that. Did not see that coming. Hyper focused on my little fishing spot. That should keep it satisfied, at least for a little while. Yeah, how about being a bit more thankful? I'm feeding you, aren't I? You dock against a small platform of ice formed around a gigantic clawed hand. Ah, I see it. You are not the first to find this place. Remnants of a long-abandoned camp litter the ice. There are very few pieces that still remain. Whoever made camp here was poorly prepared. Inside a small bag you find a leather-bound journal. Which entry do you want to read? June 4th. The men spent the whole day digging. They patched up chunks of ice, some as brilliant as crystal, others of a deepest blue more beautiful than sapphires. But none held the glow we had seen in the night. However, I did note a disturbance in the ice to the west. It began as a periodic distant rumble. As the men dug deeper, the pulsing quickened, strengthening until I could see the ice shifting on the surface. I shall have to inform the captain. It may well be that narwhal creature we saw earlier, though this did seem much larger. As I write this, I can already feel my eyes closing. It will have to wait until the morning. June 7th. This morning the captain appeared out of the fog, rowing alone. Apparently the boatswain remains at the camp in the east, awaiting for nightfall. They were unsuccessful in their search, but it does make sense that the lights would be more visible at night. Tomorrow we're to journey together to the west, towards the shifting ice that I reported. June 8th. We are alone on a small island of ice. After hours of rowing through narrow channels, it rose through the fog. A gargantuan monstrous claw, reaching from the deep. Whatever creature it once belonged to must be long dead, as the claw is frozen solid. I wanted to turn back immediately, but the captain insisted we investigate. He is on edge, his head turning this way and that, listening for the slightest sound. He is convinced something will happen after dark. As the last light from the cold sun fades, I have the sense that it will be a long night. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed over equipment. A dark shape twists within, placing near to the ice. A voice calls out, distant and distorted. Trapped forever, this prison. Get me out. Break it. Somehow. Free me. Who are you? The navigator. Find safe passage. Chart the ice. It came from beyond. Break it somehow. Free me. What happened? The digging, the cracked ice, like a web, awoke the ice heart. I told him, whispers in the west, took the boatswain, east, returned alone. The dark figure shudders, sending vibrations through the ice. The next day, rowed here, the captain, saw the claws, gripped my soul. He insisted, made camp, shadow of the beast. Waiting for the stars in the night, I saw his shape suddenly swallowed by the cold. In the dark, he left me. Break it, somehow. Free me. Okay. We have no way to break the ice and free them, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a good idea. But since when has that stopped us from doing anything? We got another piece of the icebreaker. Looks like we're going to need the icebreaker before we can get those things. I don't know what they are. Ice picks? Maybe? What's that over there? It looks like someone built a feeding station for that monstrous narwhal. Okay. Here, you can have the infected fish. Going for the food. So, am I the only one who thinks that that thing doesn't look like a narwhal at all? Because it definitely doesn't. So, as if I understand correctly, we need to put fish in that little thingy every once in a while so that the narwhal will leave us alone. For how long? We don't know. It's a mystery. Nice fish. I think this is the last part. Lizard fish. Feral lizardfish. A bipedal body burgeons with primitive limbs, preparing for an ascent. That's the only one. Okay. There's still a few I haven't caught. Three more messages to go. New fish. Wolffish. While not predatory towards other fish, they use their formidable teeth to crush mollusks and crustaceans. Hinged wolffish. Teeth interlocked through flesh to create a brutish trap. Countless yet will meet their doom in the deep. Yeah, that thing is all mouth. Alright. Good progress. So we need the toothfish aberration, the sea stars and the king crab, and this, I think it's a giant squid. Let's keep an eye out for then two fish and giant squid. Another makeshift camp constructed in the shadow of a frozen clawed hand. Someone was seeking these out. You rummage through the small pile of equipment in the snow. Most items are stuck fast in the ice, but inside a small backpack, you find an old journal. June 2nd. Captain ordered us to make camp on the ice in the center of the lagoon. After we saw those lights in the ice, everyone's got treasure on their mind. Treasure hunting isn't exactly what the expedition was commissioned for, but given the captain gets the lion's share of whatever we find, it doesn't surprise me that he's willing to bend the rules a bit. We'll start digging after the camp's done. June 4th. Spent the day digging down in the ice. Shovels and ice picks. Can't remember the last time I was this tired. We were only allowed 2 short breaks all day. Down in the pit, as I rested with my back against the ice, I started hearing something. It was different to the sounds of the picks. They were short and sharp. This was low, a rumble from deeper down. On my first break, it was occasional. Only a few each minute. By my second break, it had quickened, like a heartbeat. The captain overheard me telling some others about the sound I heard in the pit. Before I knew it, I was in front of his desk. Sure, I was about to have my pay docked. To my great surprise, he seemed to know something of it already. He was keen on hearing it described over and over. He wants me to help locate the source of it. When he pressed me on it further, I said that it did seem to be coming from the east. Tomorrow, we are setting off to see if we can find it. Perhaps I shall get a bonus after this is done. An unnatural spire of ice stands above scraps of snowed-over equipment. A dark shape twists within, placing near to the ice. An anguished voice cries from deep within the ice.
Help me! Frozen! So many years! Free me! Please! Break the ice!
Who are you?
I am, the boatswain, the expedition, the terror! Please break the ice!
What happened? The figure contorts through painful shapes.
We saw lights dancing in the ice, dug deep, didn't know. I heard it, the heart beating under ice, the cracking, waking, the noises. In the east, I went. The captain brought him here to find it. The hand, in the night, shadow of claws.
The darkness shrinks.
I turned away, just a moment. The pain, the claws, my back, so cold, so dark, and their eyes. Please break the ice.
So these people were attacked by something with claws, which then froze them. The narwhal, maybe? The narwhal does seem capable of moving on land, so that's concerning. Still nothing on the pots, huh? Jeez. Oh. Fallen stars. Okay. And King's Reef. A clockwork crown of claws. A cycle of succession in the deep. fallen stars, an assembly of asteroids conjoined in the dark, finger-like roots stretched down through the substrate. Okay, first things first. Repairs. Let's build the icebreaker. That's everything. Let me just warm my hands up a little, then I'll get started. Alright, I think that should do it. Icebreaker achievement, equip the icebreaker. I think that should do it. The front of your ship can now break through chunks of ice. Go ahead and test it out. I'll be watching from here. I've been looking through the schematics and we found before, and there are plans here for another device too. They're for an ice shaper. That's different to your icebreaker, by the way. It's for cutting chunks of ice. If you find the missing device, I'll be able to use the machine to harvest ice blocks for refrigeration. The blocks of ice can be packaged into your cargo hold to slow fish spoilage. Pretty handy, right? This is what the missing ice shaper looks like. Noted. Oh, look, we got a little symbol on our cargo inventory. Oh, I forgot to mention, just let me know if you want to temporarily remove that icebreaker. I can swap it out at any of my pontoons. Got it. Pretty handy. Now let's grab the fallen stars. And let's go see our friend. The sea stars are arranged in a circle on the ground. Moments later, a sinewy heel stomps down through each of them. Oh, to the deep. A final scroll, this one stained in patches by some dark liquid. In the center, the shape of an aberrated stargazer peers from the page. We already caught this one once. We can only catch it by trolling. So we're gonna need a lot of luck to catch this one. Again, can't do it with atrophy. That blows. Can I break? Yep. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know why I thought that was so much fun. I guess because I'm so scared of bumping into rocks all the time. The fact that I can now destroy some of them feels very satisfying. Ice axe. Cracked at the handle, the teeth are coated in frozen blood. Huh, okay. Wolffish? Wait. Yeah, I already have the wolffish. The stargazer can only be trolled. Dang. But at least it's available night and day. So next pursuit, find the ice shaper. Oh! Now hold on a second there. But no, if we go out now... Yeah. That's just asking for trouble. So, tell you what. This has been going on for a while. We lucked out, found the craterus here. So, next session, first things first, we'll go and take it to the guy. And then we'll go and use the icebreakers, see what happens. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.